Alright, peeps, we are going live. Okay, we're live now. Alright, basically, oh my gosh, people. I don't know why. Normally I have absolutely no nerves at all, but I don't know if it's because I haven't slept in like 40 hours that I'm actually a bit, I don't know, strangely, I feel weird like going live like this. It's the first time I've done this. Anyway, right, so playing a how to rap vid. The guy has a channel called How to Rap. Right, got it. So he's called it see my thing with this guy, right? I feel like he's in it for the money and like he's okay. Fair play, it's a different fella. But the guy I saw on his channel earlier, he was like these, I don't know if they're all like it, but they're in it for like money. And they didn't seem like they were if there was like a test for rap, for hip hop, for freestyling, I don't think they'd get an A star. Let's put it like that.
We're going to show you how to
the advice wasn't great, and there was like several adverts, so it just gave me that vibe.
The world from rapping, made lifelong friends, and even a few bucks along the way. It's my pleasure to present to you the very basics on how to get started in this wonderful art of rapping.
Let's see what this guy is going to say.
How to start rapping from somebody like yourself who didn't have any musical training, didn't necessarily plan for this to be something like a full-time career.
First things first, does anyone know this guy? Has he got like any credentials, anything in hip-hop at all? Like, because
some of those nice posts.
Well, you gotta wonder, haven't you? Like,
and of course, before we dive right into it, be sure to subscribe with notifications. This channel is all about how to rap. It's called How to Rap. And if you're wondering about the art and science of creating rap, hip hop music, all different sorts, and how you can do it too, this is the channel for you. In any case, let's rock into these 10 easy to follow steps.
Let's see if they can impress me this time.
Step number 1 is make your goal to start rapping as opposed to becoming a rapper. The first thing you need to realize is that the ability to rap
Okay, first things first, I think most people would want to rap in order to, if you want to become a rapper, surely you want to rap or like rapping or enjoy it in general. I think you're not really going to get anywhere if you don't enjoy rapping.
A skill, you know what I mean? Regardless of your previous musical knowledge or what you think is required in order for you to get good at this. You can get good at this no matter how far along you are. The rhyming words together with a beat is something that you can get good at, and you should believe you can become as good as you want as long as you don't get too hung up on what you think a rapper, quote unquote, is supposed to be. A lot of people give up too early to get good at rapping.
Hold up. He's saying, like, don't get hung up on what you think a rapper should be. That makes me think he's hung up on that. I've never heard that before. Like, I mean, you know, like, what does he mean? Like, he must be hung up on, like, that. Because you can come into the rap game, you can be unique, and you've probably got more chance of taking off if you've got your own style, your own sound, your own vibe, just your own stuff. I mean, basically, advice I would give, yeah, don't copy, don't imitate, don't do you know what I mean? If you're gonna, like, say you were covering a track, like, say you went on the X Factor and you're covering a track, the way you're gonna stand out is doing your own version, not pure copying, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta add your own style. You need your own, you need your own voice in hip-hop. You need your own, you gotta make your own lane.
On what a rapper is supposed to.
This is what I hate about this channel. Adverts, constant. I'm not joking. It's all about the monetary gain, the money, the financial. That's just all it seems to me. It wouldn't surprise me if this guy doesn't even rap. Like, if it's all about the money for him. I mean, I would bet you guys money, whoever's on, like, I'll bet you money that he's not gonna bust a freestyle. Straight up.
Manner of things that will discourage you if you think.
See how many adverts? I reckon we're gonna get
Look,
6.
At the end of the day, a rapper is somebody who
We'll get at least 5.
Writers are people who write.
How long is it on
people
for?
who act. A rapper is somebody who
15
raps.
minutes.
So focus on getting good at rap.
Is he serious? Did he just tell us that a rapper is somebody who raps? Wow, I never knew that.
Focus on raps
You know
and
what I mean?
rapping, and don't worry so much about the expectations about what a rapper is supposed to be. Step number 2.
Okay, he's got expectations about what a rapper should be, and he's putting that in people's head by saying that. Like, straight up, that's just what I got from him. Because he wouldn't be talking about these expectations of what a rapper should be if he didn't have something in mind when he's saying it.
Is write at least 16 lines of rap every single day. Why the number 16?
Okay, so this is a piece of advice. He's saying write 16 bars. He calls them lines, you know. In hip-hop, man, down like, I don't know, showcases and stuff, we don't say write 16 lines, we use 16 bars, you know what I mean? These guys earlier in the video that I reacted to, it shocked the hell out of me. They called hooks what we call hooks. They called them chorus. They called it a chorus. Like, seriously. It tells me that they're not really all into hip-hop and rap, these guys. You know? They don't even use the terminology that most people in this genre would use.
Rap is commonly divided into bars, which is a phrase that essentially means one line of rap from beginning to end.
So now he's decided to mention bars, and he didn't really, I don't think he brought that to his audience quick enough, to be honest.
Now, bars also have a very specific
I guess he did do it
definition that has to do with the music and the tempo. We're not going to cover.
I think he went for the lines thing so that he could talk about the bars thing for longer to extend the video to shove another advert in, because really, honestly, hand on heart, like, genuinely, I believe that these boys are about money and that they don't really, you know, their passion, their whole life isn't about rap.
Really in depth on this particular video because we want to give you the tips to start.
But this guy at least seems a bit more. There's a bit more authenticity with him than the guy from earlier. You see this? These boys are business minded. They want money, money, money. Adverts. They want you to go. How to rap dictionary. Basically, they're gonna give you 100 words. You probably have to pay for it or watch a bunch of adverts that make some cash. But woo, you realize you guys could just buy an Oxford dictionary, or you're gonna get it for free on my channel in future. Although I won't do anything as basic as 100 words. What is it? 100 words that rhyme? Come on, revolutionary that is.
And other top 100 phrases you'll need to start rapping. That'll be the first thing.
Really? Top 100 phrases that you need to start rapping? Oh, come on, man. There is no such thing as top phrases you need to start rapping. This guy's got some idea that every rapper has to be in a box. Like, they can't think outside of the box. They've got to go with what? Set rules? Come on. I'm not feeling this.
In the video description box below. But for the purposes of this video, you can just think of a bar as one line of rap. Now, over
Think
the history
of a bar.
certain patterns evolved around how long your average rap verse was, and the most common length was 16 bars or 16 lines of rap. More recently, with the advent of
at least he's teaching people that, yeah, 16 bars is a thing. A common thing. But he's really dragging it out. I mean, I kind of got that across in one sentence before he mentioned bars, when I picked him up for using the word lines.
Screaming and shorting audience attention spans.
I get a feeling these business-minded boys do a little bit of research. They look around. They probably write down everything they're going to say. I don't think they could ever just do something live and teach people, like, live or react. And, you know, they probably do. Let's put it like this. This ain't an off-the-dome freestyle video. This is a pre-written video. If it was a rap, it'd be pre-written.
Shortened to 12 bars or even 8 bars, but it's better for you to go for the full 16.
Yo, 12 bars and 8 bars is... Nah, man, most people, for a verse, you have 16 bars. I mean, yeah, it's possible to adjust it in other ways, but normally because of how instrumentals and everything is set out, it's 16 bars.
That you're writing more and you're getting good at rapping faster.
So is he gonna address, like, please, I hope he doesn't call it a chorus, you know, like the hook, the catchy bit, what some people would know as a chorus, but the guy earlier, he addressed it as chorus and didn't bring up the fact it's called a hook in rap. Like, at least this fella has brought up the fact that they're not lines, they're bars in the rap game.
Which is what you want, right? Step number 3 is write a topic at the top of each rap that you write. This is something I was fortunate.
Write a topic. Okay, I would have given you guys this advice. Pardon me. Wow, I've got like a frog in my throat. This is not cool. Right, I would have given you guys this advice. My voice has totally changed. I guess I'm switching up the flow. It's not really a flow at all, but vocal switch. Yeah, a subject. It's always good to have a subject matter, but if you're freestyling and you need to focus on freestyling, I would say, especially in the beginning times, like when your rhyming skills aren't that good, you know, you gotta freestyle. And when you're freestyling, get a friend to throw a subject at you every other 2 minutes. Say you're freestyling, you're going along, and your mate can throw in a word. Say he throws in cars, so you gotta somehow put the name of a car into your rhymes. You gotta put something to do with that in your rhymes. You could say anything. Just throw subjects at your mate, and you know that'll keep you going. Keep you having to test yourself. You have to switch up the whole perhaps rhyming scheme. If your brain's gonna have to think fast. He throws you a subject. You gotta quickly incorporate something to do with that subject into your freestyle. I'd say do it as a freestyle.
Enough to do from the very beginning because I had a rap mentor who pretty much showed me from day one of writing rap, look, write a topic at the beginning of your rap.
I wonder if the guy from earlier employed this guy simply because he had, you know, genuinely, he's got that authenticity and he has rap before, you know what I mean? Oh my god, that looked dodgy with... Damn. That looked really dodgy for a second then. With this, the cigarette in the mouth thing isn't good.
You practice being on topic and having subject matter. It can be something very simple as you start, right? It could be shoes, girls, school, whatever, but just...
Shoes, girls? Yo, he's I've never watched this before, and he's kind of coming with what I said, like with the cars thing. Only, what I would say is, like I said, get your mate to throw a different subject out every 2 minutes, so you have to switch it up and do it freestyle. He's saying, like, write on a piece of paper a subject and go rhyming that way. I say challenge yourself. Do it as a freestyle. Fuck this. Honestly, these guys are about cash. I don't... No one can see it. You can't tell me otherwise. The amount of adverts is ridiculous. They're actually... What they're doing, they're trying to build a business empire off of this. And the reason I don't think all that much of it... I've been teaching kids to rap, all about the industry and things like that for years. And I just don't think that these guys would have any interest in it or passion for it if there wasn't money. They see pound signs. I see businessmen. I don't see hardcore rappers there. Like,
even as a beginner, help me to be able to speak more authentically.
You know what? Now I bet someone £200 that he ain't gonna bust a freestyle. This guy talking probably can't freestyle.
Because I was practicing speaking on a topic.
I just wish he was a rapper, basically. I wish he had a passion for it and it wasn't about cash.
the way I saw it, as opposed to what I thought people wanted to hear. Also, as you get better at rapping, and if you do this for a career, you're going to be asked to do features or choruses based on other people's ideas, sometimes even theme songs, right? So you want to be able to deliver a rap based on the requested.
Okay, let's get real. Let me tell you something. In about 2 years, there's going to be so many more rappers in the game, so much more competition. It's going to be so much harder for a person to break through. And basically, it's like if there's 1,000 people now who are really good, one's going to get picked. In 2 years, or 4 years, it's going to be insane. It's going to be, your chances are going to be like 1 in a million. The difference won't go from 1 in 1,000 to 1 in a million, but it will go up significant, more than 100% easy. There's going to be so many fish in the sea. You're going to have to really come with skills, stand out, and you're going to need a record label to back you. Let's be real, you're going to need gimmicks. If you ain't got a natural image, story, something that would take you to Hollywood, or a stage presence and just ability to, if you can fill a stadium, you're going places. If you can't fill a stadium, you're pretty much underground, Doing little tours is probably, I think that's considered success for a rapper right now. If you're touring, doing the O2 little places, I'd call them little places. Well, I'm a bit nervous because of being live, I swear. And I forgot to turn the heating on up in here, so I am a bit chilly as well. But yeah, it's going to be really difficult. The amount of rappers coming up, it's not like it was 5 years ago. It's definitely not like it was 10 years ago. In the UK, if you were if you stood out as a rapper in the UK 10 years back, you had a big chance, man. These guys coming through, they have not got the same chance to stand out because there's so many of them. Honestly, I could go into what I think of UK drill and that side. It's like we've gone from UK hip hop, UK rap, and we had grime come through. Oh, sorry, like we had garage at one point. I guess we had the MCs and that. It's related to rap. All these things are related to each other. You got the grime, and yeah, lately we've had this drill movement. I don't agree with drill. I mean, it's glorifying killing people. That's pretty much what it's about. It's going stabbing someone up, and just sell drugs, be in a gang. It's not the way to be. It's not the way to go. And you'll find that your target audience is going to be very small. You're not going to get a massive audience from UK drill. I mean, do you really think that like middle class people, for example, want to hear about, and it's not just middle class people, for God's sake, my voice, lower class families, upper class families, anyone with morals doesn't want to hear. Like, I heard this lyric the other day. There's a guy in UK drill. He stabbed someone and he was saying how if he knew where he was buried, he'd piss on his grave. And he was saying how he would spit in the mother's face, the mother whose son is deceased because of his actions. I mean, it's pretty disgusting. I found that vile. I found the song it was done on, no talent, no rhythm, nothing. There was no skills. These young guys, some of them are getting so high on the ganja that they actually think that they're going to become 50 Cent from stabbing someone who lives in a different postcode or lives at the next bus stop. It's stupid, and most people will refuse to buy into it. I mean, also, what seriously, these UK drill boys, who do they expect would buy their records if, say, CDs were still a thing? Who would buy their records? Who would buy, oh my gosh, who would buy their vinyl? Who would buy, no one's going to buy it. no one wants to fund, like, no one wants to give money to someone who's casually took another life. That's, yeah, there are some gangster rappers who've been involved in a tough life, but you find the real ones and the sensible ones, the proper OGs, they don't want to be doing all that rubbish on the street. Nah, man, if they can earn money from music, they've got a brain on them, they've got maturity, they know that it's better to stay out of jail, make legit money. Maybe they'll do a few things on the side, but it won't be stabbing up a kid just because he's from, he's their op. He's from the other school, Ooh. I mean, the elite must love it. Getting, getting one immature kid who's a problem in society to kill the other. It's like, yeah, you guys, why don't you go and, you know what, I'd respect a drill rapper if he went and killed someone like Jeffrey Epstein, rather than some innocent lad, or, some lad he's fell out with over a girl, or because of where he lives, or some
topic or subject
some
matter
small thing.
when you need to. Step number 4 is, based on the topic, add a chorus to the 16 lines of rap that you've written.
No, he did not just go there. He said add a chorus. I could smash this, man. I was about to shout out and call someone and say I'm about to smash this, but I don't think anyone can hear me from here anyway. But chorus, no. In rap, we do a hook. We do a catchy hook. Like, and if you're amazing, if your beat's fire and if you got the balls to do it, do a song with no hook. If you can pull that off, you're an amazing rapper. And you got some serious talent. And yeah, let's hear what he's got to say. I'm freezing.
Look, the truth of the matter is
And
most
nuts.
hip-hop fans, people that will spend a lot of money on your career and, ride for you, your ride or die fans, they want to consume your music, enjoy your rap in song form, something that they can sing along to, something that's very memorable to them. And because of the nature of popular...
This guy didn't even address the fact you need to build a fan base and get some fans before they're going to be ride or die. I mean, guys, you got to think about your target audience. I know I touched on it, talking about UK drill rappers not really having much of an audience. But, yeah. Right, I'm going to pop that down a quick second. I'm going to roll a cigarette because I'm freezing. I'm not sure who's watching, but I will write a little hello. Right, so, treat the rap game like, I'm gonna be Simon Cowell for a second. I'm gonna be the Simon Cowell of rap. You need the X Factor. You need an image. You need to stand out from the rest. You need to be able to sell records. You need a big target audience, really. You need a story. Like, your life. I mean, have you got a rags to riches story? Have you done something exceptional? Have you got an amazing personality and great charisma that attracts a larger audience than most people have? Have you got this extreme raw talent? Do you play an instrument? Is there something that makes you different to the next rapper? Have you got a better voice, a better sound? Have you got a better producer? Have you got a better, a better ear for melodies? Do you produce? Could you think up like a beat in your head, or beatbox something to a musician, help basically aid the production of the instrumental, the beat for your song? Can you all of these things are important. I mean, especially in a few years, if you're coming in the rap game, there's no way that you can all be the rapper. We need some people who are gonna just buy the music and not try to rap. So you're gonna have to be good enough for, say you're at school, right? You need the boys in your year and the girls in your year, or a certain group. You need a cult following, or you need to be popular, or your music needs to be popular. There's gotta be something about you that stands out, makes you different from the rest. You can almost forget a major career if you haven't got that. I'm not saying to make something up to give you an image. I'm not saying to go to prison just so you've got that story, because that doesn't normally work. Let's be honest, like the Jay Leno show in the US, the Jonathan Ross show in the UK, they don't really want to have killers there to interview with, like, even worse, a killer who got caught, or that sounds a bit messed up, a criminal who got caught. It's not very professional to get caught, you know? But I have met, like, young lads who think that that would boost their career, like going to jail. Thing is, anyone can go to jail. If your music isn't better than the guy next to you, well, he could go to jail as well to try boost his image. Then you'll be on exactly the same level, won't you? And you need to stand out in another way. And I'm so freezing cold and nervous in a weird way, and babbling that I'm distracted. All right, let's pop this back on. I think I may have just fast forwarded it, because suddenly man's got some big smile on him.
Sing along to, the more likely you are to be making rap that people want to become fans of. This is where you hear expressions like,
basically, yeah, he's telling the truth when he says the more likely people are gonna basically want to listen to you, or listen to your song rather, if it's got a catchy hook. I'm gonna say catchy hook, not a good chorus.
he's dope, but he can't make a song to save his life. And then on the flip side, you have artists like Drake who make millions of dollars just doing choruses alone. Even Kendrick Lamar, one of the most respected lyricists in the game, has choruses like Humble, Alright, Don't Kill My Vibe, and those are as iconic to many people as his raps on those particular songs. So
well, yeah, all of this is true, but it's kind of obvious. This guy's gonna throw in another advert soon. He definitely talks a lot more than he has to. He definitely doesn't condense what he's gonna say. He lets it drag on and puts in a lot of filler. It's not like, here's how you improve your career, ... bullet points, bang. It's extend the video as long as you can to shove in adverts, and that's just how it is.
Notes from the greats and the people making the big bucks in a full-time career, and add a course every time from the very beginning you start practicing. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the songwriting aspect of rap, I've done an additional...
Oh, fucking hell, guys. Guess what? What a surprise. He's done a little book thing on that. You probably have to pay. If not, you click on it and there's adverts that get him paid. Nothing for free from these guys. Nothing that doesn't profit them.
free course.
And guess what? He ain't done a rap for us yet, because he probably can't. He might not even be able to rap. Let's be honest.
You can pick up by visiting the video description box below. Step number 5 is start just focusing on rhyming the words at the end of each bar or the end of each line, and then add in more complex rhymes.
Is he serious? Saying start by rhyming the words at the end of each line? Really? Like, most people would do that naturally anyway. They don't really need to be told. I think he's just looked at what they start doing and then repeated it. What does he think they're gonna start by doing? Rhyming the words in the middle? Or the second word in each line? Come on.
Later on. For the first few weeks of you starting to rap,
I don't think he knows exactly what he's talking about, people. I really don't, because yeah. He's not. I can predict this. I'm like Mystic Meg, or Mystic Mac, Mystic McGregor. He's not gonna tell us what these complex rhymes consist of, or give us some amazing formulas. I can't see it happening.
I want you
He definitely ain't gonna give us his own bars, because I don't think he's a rapper.
to think about trying to rhyme 1,000,000 words and every single word needs to rhyme intricately like Eminem or Kendrick or whatever. I want you to just get into the flow of rhyming.
Like Eminem or Kendrick. I want to say every single word in Kendrick's every single song rhymes. But yeah, their lyrics are good. Eminem definitely has a way with words. I mean,
consistently, the easiest way to do that is rhyming the words at the end of each bar
his
or line of rap. Look, you gotta understand right now you're just getting your mind used to putting itself in weird positions.
Yeah, people, you gotta understand, this is an exercise. And in the exercise book, you're about to start page 1. So don't go with him. Come with me, B. And you will see, yo. What? You'll see drills, not UK drill. You're not gonna be popping people for a thrill, or to try and get an image and get in the papers as some idiot who killed. With me, we're gonna study wordplay. I'm gonna give little drills, little assignments to the people who end up basically going on Twitter at RealEyes Bars, RealEyesBars, and we're gonna work together. Me and a whole bunch of people. I got quite a few people working with me and my pals.
For example, my
As it
dad,
is.
who gave me my first guitar, told me, "Look, your hands are not going to be used to moving in the directions that the notes to play the guitar need you to. The chords are the way you're striking this plank of wood with strings.
Basically, if it's all new to you,
weird at first. Over time, your hands will get used to doing the weird movements that will eventually become notes on the instrument. So I'm going to give you the same advice.
I don't really see what the fuck
now.
he's trying to say there.
It might feel unnatural to be thinking of a lot of rhymes or taking the topic and the chords and stuff, but over time, just stay patient and it will feel very natural.
Okay, this is like listening to a rap that's full of useless filler. Because every fucking... Oh, I swore, sorry. Every other word is pointless. He could condense this and say it in one sentence. Instead, he keeps it going on for ages.
Over time. Now, if you want to jump ahead a little bit and learn more about
he ain't really taught me anything myself yet at all. You know, I'm being serious.
Under 10 minutes, probably our most successful video. It's over 1 million views. I'll put that in the video description as well. Number 6, practice every rap you.
So basically, more filler. He's giving you a link to someone who's done infinite rhymes for 10 minutes, and by watching it, he thinks, well, it's not really about his people getting better at rhyming, I don't believe. It's about making videos.
Right,
it's a business.
As a person who's learning how to start rapping as opposed to just writing or...
I think I'm irritable from being awake for so long.
It's often not just what you say, and sometimes it's not what you say at all. It's how you say it. What is the vibe, the feel that the audience gets from your rap? You can have the most lyrically intricate bars ever, but if you deliver it monotone with no confidence, nobody's going to want to play your music. With this in mind, I want you to practice delivering every single...
Not true. Let's rewind that. He said you can have the most intricate bars and whatever.
Rapping as opposed to just writing or doing poetry, you need to learn that it's often not just what you say, and sometimes it's not what you say at all. It's how you say it. What is the vibe, the feel that the audience gets from your rap? You can have the most lyrically intricate bars ever, but if you deliver it monotone with no confidence, nobody's going to want to play your music. With this in mind,
Not necessarily true. Even if you delivered it terribly, monotone and whatever more, there is a chance that your music would still be played. I mean, there's certain tracks that... Let's take Eminem, a few tracks that he's written. he could have delivered awfully and it would have still been played. But obviously delivery is important. Let's be real. Flow is important as well.
I want you to practice delivering every single
I shouldn't even be doing this video. I'm too tired. I'm talking
by yourself. I want you to practice
talking rubbish, I feel.
out loud so that you
Honestly,
don't become
people.
a text C. A text C is internet slang for someone who only writes text rhymes in the comments and on forums.
Seriously, I didn't realize that they was calling people texies for writing rhymes rather than doing audio. But isn't it a bit obvious if you want to become a rapper, you can't just write rhymes or type rhymes. You have to vocally produce the goods, you know. Delivery is important. This guy is just adding more filler. Never heard anyone call anyone a texie.
You probably see these folks.
He could have condensed that and just said, you don't want to be someone who can only rap, rhyme, deliver without actually spitting anything. You can only text. You can only type. Like, but he's gonna go on for ages, and it's just doing my head in. I'm irritable.
Sort of like a person who plays fantasy
44 hours awake.
That makes them more likely to play in the NFL or in the Premier League for soccer.
What is he talking about? This is so unnecessary.
All these are keyboard warriors.
There's more added.
Like that if you really want to consider yourself a rapper. Additionally, as you practice delivering these out loud, you'll notice how some...
As you guys can basically tell, I'm not impressed with these guys because... on a real, they're doing this for money. They're not passionate rappers who know how to freestyle or who know the craft really extremely well. They're not giving any tips, hints, or pointers that's gonna develop a career. They're not. It's all just mostly filler. There is absolutely no need for this to have took 8 minutes for him to say what? What's he done? Taught newbies that lines, bars. He didn't even tell the newbies that we don't say chorus, we say hook. You know, and now he's going on about texty. I've never heard anyone use that. Come on, you're not a rapper if you're not vocally spitting. You've got to say, you've got to vocalize everything. Come on. But isn't that obvious? Like,
some syllables are easy.
Obviously, if you don't actually feel comfortable, like you haven't found your sound yet, or you just want to do it as a hobby, then go for it. Be a texie. There's nothing wrong with that. I doubt this guy's got hard flows and, you know, amazing bars.
And others, and you'll be able to get used to organizing syllables based on the way that
I'm irritable and I'm being a bit of a bitch, to be honest. Being up too long.
An excellent skill as you become a more advanced rapper, because you'll be able to start handling any beat as you see fit because of your practice. Step number 7 is 16.
Okay, that's not necessarily true. I've known certain people who've practiced for ages, and there's still some beats that either don't suit them or they just can't tackle them. They're just sometimes a beat just doesn't suit the artist, and that's always going to happen. It would happen to the best rappers in the world.
This is a new idea, a new concept I came up with. But 16 for 16 means write 16 bars with that chorus we mentioned.
Oh, hell no. He said he came up with this. This has been around years. This is ridiculous. 16 for 16. He's put A, helps beginners start rapping momentum. B, helps prove if you're committed. B, he's got A, B, B, C. Shouldn't it be A, B, C, D? I think he needs to learn the alphabet. What's going on here? Seriously. A, B, B, C. What the f is going on? C says on day 17 writing to beats. B is write 16 bars with no beat per day for 16 days straight.
Write 16 bars with no beat.
Maybe he did come up with this, because this isn't how I remember this isn't what we used to call a 16 for 16. Let's put it like that. And also the fact it says A, B, B, C rather than A, B, C, D.
Stay straight and then start writing to a beat. This is a little bit like learning how to bench press properly with just the bar before adding weight on it, or learning how to roll your wrist properly before actually putting a basketball in your hands. Anybody who's learned how to play basketball knows that skill. In any case, I want you to practice
I'm falling
just
asleep.
writing in the steps
That's
that
how
led you up to so far without worrying about
this is putting me to sleep.
Again, if you're brand new, do not, if you've already started writing to beats, like you can follow everything we're saying with beats, and the next steps we'll be discussing beats. But if you've never rapped before and you're watching this, just go through these 16 days doing it the way we said, and then you can jump into the beat thing, because that's a whole other work. When I first started,
I'm literally going to sleep.
No beat for about 2 weeks.
This isn't even funny, like falling asleep, because we got more endless filler. Just so it can run longer and you can squeeze some more adverts in.
Following the system you suggested, and then once I knew I was committed to trying
people, you can do it. Yeah, you can probably do it better if you watch videos where I am actually awake and teaching something. Because right now I'm rambling, because I'm really not impressed with this. Show yourself that you're committed. Really, you should know in your heart of hearts whether you're committed or not. You don't really need to prove it to yourself. What you do need to do, people, is practice, work. If you got a passion for this, then you should be freestyling, doing little challenges and drills, and I'll set you up some and give you some. Now I'm just going to sleep a bit more.
I get hit up all the time with people who say, oh, help, I want to learn how to rap. This is my only dream, etc. And I ask them, how many raps have you written in the last...
Do you know what? Do you know what I'd do? I'd ask him how many raps he's written. How many raps he's wrote. How much, like, how many, like, seriously, this guy's going on like he's actually a professional. Like I said, I'll put £300 on it now. We won't hear him rap. I don't think he's a rapper.
2 weeks, and they're like 1, 2, obviously not enough to get.
Why would you ask this guy?
Talking the talk and not walking the walk. So one really good way is
that's a low blow, saying people are talking the talk and not walking the walk. He's a prime example of that. There's no way that he's not just talking the talk. He's all talk. He's making money, advertisements, and he sees it as a niche in the market, trying to teach all these new, like, people wanting to rap. Whereas myself, like, when I'm not tired as fuck, I'm actually a decent teacher, and the people I taught and teach, I inspire them, I keep them on their toes, keep the passion alive for the rap game, keep everything there, show them various things, and, I'm into it. I go freestyle with them, bounce off each other lyrically, and like beats, everything. Like, I'll produce something for them, we'll talk. This guy, I don't think he does any of this.
Give yourself a 16-day challenge, knock that out, and prove to yourself that
all the man's doing is telling you, like, so far, what has anyone here learned? For God's sake, he could have told you in one sentence, he could have told you in a comment to go write 16 bars every other day. The challenges I'm going to set will be different.
Also going to walk the walk
and more.
Talk the talk, and then you can move on.
I can't stand this guy saying about talk the talk, walk the walk, because he don't walk the walk. This guy ain't a rapper. Trust me.
8 is learn basic flows. Learn how to ride a beat very simply.
What does he mean by learn a basic flow? Like, he sounds to me like he steals flows, because your flow should be your own, man. Sorry, because I've got to quickly plug this in. But yeah, your flow should be your own. Like, no doubt about it. There's no way that your flow... We're up to 44 minutes. That's crazy. There's no way... Oh, and by the way, yes, this is a random towel on here. It probably looks really bizarre when I walked off, but I'm half asleep. I'm probably going to delete this.
And then increase the complexity of your rhythm and your flow. After you started writing to the beat, you're going to need to learn how to choose the best rhythm and words of the flow for each instrumental as you go.
Learn how to choose the best flow. You shouldn't be choosing other people's flows and trying to imitate them at all, people. Shouldn't be biting flows. You should just be, you listen to a beat and you come up with your own thing for it. Don't do all of this.
I would suggest if you've never played an instrument before, you've never had any musical training, start off very simply, like just write very simple flows to these beats and then increase complexity rather than trying to, which I've seen a lot as well.
I bet he's not going to explain. He won't give us a line. Like, if he was there, like I say, yo, spit a few bars in what you call a basic flow. Then do the same in a complex flow and show me that you walk the walk and that this isn't all talk, because I don't think he knows what the he's talking about.
Rather than trying to start with, I'm writing this rap, I've been rapping for 2 months, I'm writing this rap trying to compete with Eminem on Kamikaze or Kendrick on Damn, which usually sounds like a jumbled mess when a beginner tries to do that because they haven't practiced trying to compete with people who've been rapping 20 years and trying to emulate them. It's just not going to work. Now, what I've done to combat this issue is compiled a rap flow techniques
playlist people that I'll put to pick it up quick,
where we're going to count out the simplest flows and show you different flows that you can use on.
Oh my God. Basically, this is about stealing people's flows. That's bad, man.
Very well-known beats from Kendrick, Lil Wayne.
So he's been on the internet. He's like ripping other people's stuff who've been teaching people stuff. Like, he's gone to all these other vids and, like, you know, now he's gonna push. If say this guy with like plenty of people watching gives all these lads 100,000 and some girls exactly the same bloody flow. How is that a good thing? Not one of you lot would stand out if you're all copying the same flow.
Amigos, like a
copying flows. Oh my God, it makes my blood boil.
A bunch of different rappers, and I'll count out with
teaching people to steal flows.
Organizing format, even as a beginner, different flows. So check the video description box for that. Step number 9.
Oh my God, I told you. I knew he wasn't gonna do anything like that in this video because I don't believe he ever will. Check the link in the description. Yeah, so he can make more money. This is all dumb.
Soon as
getting a dislike.
All right, start rapping in public.
No joke.
Rather than trying to start with, I'm writing this rap, I've been rapping for 2 months, I'm writing this rap trying to compete with Eminem on Kamikaze or Kendrick on Damn, which usually sounds like a jumbled mess when it begins. And I'll count out with you and show you how you can organize and format even as the artist had it or not. In your case, as an artist, you should have a side of yourself. It doesn't always have to be that way, but you should have a side of yourself where you're presenting that confident bravado side as a rapper, and you need to practice doing.
You don't have to. You do not have to have a confident bravado, like whatever this fella's saying. I mean, it's quite stupid. It's just copying an image. I thought at the beginning he said not to think about that.
That by delivering your raps in person to other people confidently. Additionally, no matter whether you become a superstar rap artist or not, or you get a regular job down the road, start a family, whatever.
Obviously, the chances are low.
Performing in public, this kind of cool artistic version of public speaking through rap will serve you for the rest of your life. So it's all upside by practicing rapping in front of other people. Now I have a 30-minute video free training on YouTube.
Oh my life! Come on. Another link to another vid.
And the last step is
for God's sake, I wouldn't watch it. This is full of filler. Like, he could have made this 4 minutes long.
Will tell you. This expression comes from my rap mentor that I mentioned before, where he told me,
it's almost over. Hooray.
When you're ready for the big time, the streets will tell me. I don't need you to tell me. You don't need to tell yourself. You'll know because the streets will tell you. I always kept this in the back of my mind because, like, let's be honest, people's reactions are pretty genuine. They are a genuine gauge of how good you are at rap, much more than whatever we tell ourselves in our mind.
Pretty true, pretty true. Obviously, you need the general public or a whole bunch of people to love and adore you in order for you to make it. You're not going to become famous from being hated.
To try to work ourselves up, right? You know, by the way people react to your rap, if you're ready to move on to the next phase, even if it's just as a beginner watching.
What's he talking about? What does he mean move on to the next phase? What's the next phase, and what phase are people supposed to be at this point? It's just more filler.
And somebody's like, oh, that wasn't completely terrible. You only been rapping for 2 weeks. That's all right. And then you'll know, go on the dates. Or on the bigger level where you're like, a person's like, yo.
I'll give you some advice. If you've only been rapping for 2 weeks out of your whole life, don't go and perform that to strangers because you're not going to be very good. If literally, what are you going to be? If you've done it for 2 weeks, maybe you started at what, 9 years old? You've been rapping for 2 weeks? Only show that to your family because it's not going to be very good at that point.
Listen to your album every single day, you'll know it's time to either get signed or start your own record label. But the streets will...
Oh my God, did he just say you'll know it's time to start your own record label or get signed? Look, it's not up to the rapper when they get signed. And normally, like, if you're going to be signed and, like, be real pushed into the mainstream, they're going to find you and come to you. Like, you don't make that decision. The management, the record label, the people who are going to invest in you make that decision. They'll know when you're ready. You can send off demos and all of that, but you know, you're not going to get signed to a major label without a buzz on the streets. Like, I'm going to tell you guys a hell of a lot of things in much better videos when I haven't been awake 45 hours, I'd guess now. And I'm going to teach you some... my videos are not going to be full of endless filler. They're not going to be like this one with a lot of rambling. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and I'm going to really keep my ear to the street and see if any half-decent or really good, talented rappers come and clock the vids and watch the vids and drop the links in the comments and shiz. That's what I'm looking for. Obviously, I've got a few contacts, big contacts. I'm not actually joking. They might think I am because I probably appear to be an arsehole here today, but I'm so tired. Like I said, bit nervous, cold, just like, yeah, cold and tired as can be. And this guy annoys me because he's not the hip-hop head that he's claiming to be, certainly not the rapper he says he is. He's never... I'll raise it to £500 at people. I've never seen this before, never want to see it again. But he is not going to rap. He's not going to show you that he's any good. He doesn't walk the walk. He just talks the talk. And even talking the talk, he's no good at it. It's all endless filler. You're basically wasting your life watching this video of his, how to start rapping in 10 easy steps. There's nothing easy about 10 easy steps taking 15 minutes. Okay? 10 easy steps should be bullet points. Number 1. Lines in hip-hop are called bars. Practice blah 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 every other day, and here's a little drill for you to do today. Number 2. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't take very long. This is full of filler and adverts.
I tell you, right? Other people,
you gotta see through his game.
We all know in the back of our head that people are really messing with us. We don't need to convince ourselves. We don't need to lie to ourselves. The streets will tell us when it's time for the next phase of our career. All right, so that is today's video. Again, be sure to subscribe with notifications. I really appreciate y'all watching. This is sort of a back to basics, back to fundamentals video. In the comments.
It was terrible. that bit.
Comments, I'd like to know, what is one song, just one track, you can name the track and the artist, that inspired you to want to write raps as opposed to just be a listener, right? So I'll see you in the comments with your answer to that question. And be sure to visit the video description box for all those
No way, I'm not visiting
all
that.
The time here at How to Rap.
Not
so
even if you
appreciate
pay
you
me.
watching. It's the Big Homie Drew, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. What's up?
Wow, that was a joke to me. I'm the 628th dislike. And I'm adding this as well. Some of his views are bought, 110% sure. If you got like 1.1 million views, almost 1.2 million views, you should have way more than 38,000 likes. And comments, only 4,000 comments with 1 million views. The ratio, it's not. Yeah, they're bought views. There's a lot of fake views there. I mean, seriously. So you're telling me... Oh my god, he's basically saying, right, that... Well, what would that work out? I mean, per every 100,000 views, every 100,000 people, not even 1,000 of them, comment. Wow. So basically, this is a load of rubbish. He's saying less than 1%, I believe. My maths is probably terrible because of how long I've been awake. Less than 1% of people comment. That's bullshit. That's ridiculous. It really is. Unless a load of people just... I still don't believe the views, but let's just pretend people have clicked on it and then jumped off it and thought, fuck commenting. You know, it's not really worth it. I think if you work it out, yeah, I mean, what is it, like around 1% of people who like it as well, probably. I mean, it doesn't make sense. The views are bought. And I feel like I wasted part of my life watching this and doing this vid. And it wasn't a good video either. I mean, poor you if you actually watched the whole way through. Bet the comment section is way better than the video. How the fuck can... He's like... He probably thinks he's real smart for managing to make 10 apparently easy. Fucking easy? Easy to find the 10 points? Are you joking? It's 15 minutes long. I mean, it would take forever to timestamp all 10 points. There's nothing easy about these points. They're hard to find because the video is full of filler. It's absolute rubbish. It's like 90% of it you don't even need to watch because it doesn't teach you anything. Who takes 15 minutes to say 10 bullet points that are supposed to be easy? And what the fuck? Can someone please write down, what are these 10 easy steps? Because he hasn't wrote it in the in his information, right? And he should. But he won't because he's greedy and he wants you to watch the adverts and to watch the whole thing. If he really wanted to help you, if it wasn't about money, he'd actually write them down in his information about the video. But they're not easy steps. They're not easy to find. I don't even think there was 10 things in that video, and there wasn't even one that educated me or blew my mind. That's how bad the video was. Someone's put, how they just came here to learn how to rap. There's nothing in that would teach you how to rap, but instead giving all my attention to the comment box. Not surprised, the video is crap. Honestly, no offense if the guy ever watches this, but it's terrible. Like, you know as well as I do, if you ever see this, that it's full of filler. And you're all about the money. I'm not naive enough to think otherwise. And you got people in the comments, one of them wants to learn how to rap because his friends had a rap battle and he felt left out because he can't rap for shit. There's nothing in that video that will teach you how to rap. I mean, seriously, I'm going to do much shorter videos. Hard to believe considering how long I've rambled on. But yeah, go check my other ones. You'll learn more in those videos from earlier, the part 1 and 2, than you did here. And it will be under 15 minutes, I think. Well, actually, no, it'll probably be longer, but you'll learn a lot more about the industry. I mean, seriously, I'm shocked. You got someone taking the piss in the comments. This guy inspired me to rap. Changbin Jisong Kim Dahon. The voice is going again. Someone's put, I just want to learn how to talk fast so my friends can't understand me. Yeah, I think the comment section is full of like people under 20 years old, and I don't believe that most of them have any interest in rap. If you go through the comments, if anything, they look like they're paid comments. You can buy comments, believe it or not. I don't do any of that. I don't buy into nothing like that. But yeah, that's all. It's pretty much all. There's a few actual rap fans, but yeah, we'll see from my videos, which will be better, how many views this sort of thing actually does get on the platform YouTube. Obviously, I've been doing this for years, long before this guy posted this video. And when did he post this? Bloody hell. November 2019. Wow, he's late. People have been doing this for a long, long time, and he's just sort of thought it's a niche in the market and come through, not realizing that he's coming through with a load of bullshit, honestly. Like, I thought that the earliers were quite bad, but this was another level. Might as well end the stream, peeps, because I'm so tired and I almost feel unwell. Almost. That video was so bad, and yeah, I'm so tired. But peace, people. I might take this down, let's face it. It's been pretty much a disaster. Yeah. My unhappy face. Subscribe and drop a comment, please. YouTube, make sure you let comments go up. You'll no longer be live. Okay. Well, to anyone who has actually watched, especially if you watched this the whole way through, wow. Like, if you've managed that, seriously, drop a comment and I'll give you, like, some promo and a review on your track, the lot, for going through all that. I have, like, a pain in my kidney. It's not good. I gotta go, peeps. See ya. Oh, and one last thing I'm supposed to do. The team's Twitter, RealEyes Bars, RealEyes BARS. One word, RealEyes Bars. Yay.